All right, guys, we have some breaking news. It looks like something's going on. I've been looking at the news here, and I just had a feeling like something else is going to happen. And sure enough, there's something looks like it's going down here. From what I'm hearing, there's already a major city that has fallen to protesters, and government buildings are being completely evacuated. So these reports, let's see. Let's show you some of these reports here. This account has almost 300,000 followers on Twitter. All right, so let's look and see if this is legit. This is interesting news here coming out right now, guys. Oh, I'm about to sneeze here. Okay, 58 seconds ago. Okay, so something happened. The protesters have stormed Ayatollah's compound. This just happened, guys. This just happened. This just happened. This is Ayatollah's compound. Okay, so 10 minutes ago. Okay, so that just happened. They're saying that that's not good. While hiding in the United Kingdom, that's just... To clarify, Iranians are not burning down mosques and shrines because of inflation and sanctions, despite what legacy media wants you to think. Now, this person just said, yeah, but she's hiding in the United Kingdom. She's not even in Iran. Okay, this guy is probably... Where is he at? Anyway, this guy has almost 300,000 subscribers. So he's reporting this right now. Let's see what else is being reported on this. They're saying he has been killed, eliminated, supposedly. Who's they? No credible news organizations have said Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been shot. These are small accounts that started the rumor. Cannot be confirmed 100%. But they're at the gates. They're at the gates of his... Did you see where they broke down the gates? This is where the Ayatollah's compound is. So if this is true, like I said, this is unconfirmed reports, but look at how many people are out there. That would be right outside of his gates. Now, they're also saying that he was fleeing, and from what I've heard, there's a large Iranian city, and there's protests all over the city, all over the country, but that this one particular city, I guess, has fallen to the protesters. Whether or not they've gotten protesters to go back home or not, I know that there's some outlets saying that they have because they threatened to shoot people. They've literally been shooting people. So hundreds and hundreds of people have been killed from what reports are saying. Now, is this propaganda? Is this Israel's now telling the United States? I just read a report here from, let's see, Israeli sources are now claiming that the Iranian government is executing prisoners for a second consecutive night and are calling on the United States to intervene. And that may, in fact, be prisoners that are agents that have been caught. There's a lot of that going on, trying to, foment unrest and what you would call provocateurs, but they may be government official or not government official, but government agents. They've already confirmed that CIA's in there. Mike Pompeo did that on his own Twitter page, along with the protesters. So, and you know, Israel's got their people in there too. Iran food shelves are emptying out. ATMs are still offline 2 days into Iran's internet blackout. So they've got no food, no money coming out of the ATMs, and the internet is out. And who knows if they're taking down the electricity too. They said 6 hospitals in Tehran record at least 217 protest deaths. This is according to Time magazine. Time magazine is reporting this. The Bajil forces, while fleeing, began opening fire to escape. Several people were killed tonight in these shootings, while all main streets in Tehran continue to be occupied by protesters. This is according to Iranian journalist Omid Habibini. Now, if that's true, then that means that the protesters have not gone back home and they're continuing to riot and or take over. Maybe they're going for government buildings. I heard that there was also an attack on some arms facilities, that they're trying to steal the arms to rise up and fight. I know there's already arms in the country that people are using, but they're showing video of buses. Look at this. It's weird because I had a dream about buses, a bus yesterday. But look at this. This is a video in Iran that shows buses that were used to transport Iranian security forces that have been completely burned. These are all buses. If you see them all right there, there's a whole line of them. So the protesters have basically burnt down all the buses. And these were, like I said, transporting Iranian troops or police, riot police, troops, whatever you want to call them. And this is just row after row after row of buses. Look at this. There's at least 7 or 8 buses that I can see that have completely been burned to a crisp. So I counted at least seven of these major buses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7. The Russian Foreign Ministry says we don't comment on Iranian internal affairs. It's up to the government of Iran to deal with their situation, how they see it appropriate. Look at what the Chinese government has said. The Chinese Foreign Ministry said China will not stand idly by while the sovereignty of a great Iranian nation is violated by external-backed thugs and criminals. Whatever the Iranian government needs, financial, technical, intelligence, or military, China is ready to provide it. Wow. That's huge news. That's very big. So let's take a look and see what else we can see here. And this is just a real quick report just to let you guys know what's happening in real time. As we always tell you, get the app so that you can get alerted. If you're not getting the alerts and you're finding out about this in the archives, download the app on your phone because we're alerting everybody in real time. These types of events are going to start popping off very regularly. I expect a news cycle that is going to be 24/7. I foresee a lot of things happening. So if you want to stay up on what's happening in real time, download the app. You can find the links in the description. The old Iranian flag has been removed. We saw that. What is this? Okay. Well, bye.
Well, bye.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so this is just now hitting the fan, guys. As I said, you're probably going to be hearing about this tomorrow. Let's see if we can find anything else really quick before I let you go. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows what's going down here. It says that we used sonic weapons when we captured Maduro. 20 of our guys took out hundreds of, and this is why there was a bunch of the Cuban security guards that were killed. I guess we used sonic weapons, and sonic weapons can kill you, I guess. The Venezuelan security guard for Maduro warns against fighting Americans, describing the U.S. raid. 20 men with superior tech disabled radars, downed drones, and killed hundreds unharmed. They fired 300 rounds a minute and used a sonic weapon causing instant bleeding and incapacitation. Instant bleeding and incapacitation. It says that Trump says, Mexico, you're on the list too, so don't mess around. America's not one to mess with. So we used sonic weapons. So sonic, and what's the what is a sonic weapon, you ask? It's an intense sound that incapacitates or harms people, can cause your eardrums to blow out, basically incapacitate you. And there's another one that they have. It's a sonic weapon where they'll deliver you hamburgers and French fries if you'll just sit down and shut up and let them go by. Yeah. It's a little guy that runs really fast. He's blue. My kids would have liked that one. That would have been a good one for my kids. And let's see, anything else before we go? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything for you guys. I can't show that one. That one's probably graphic. This shows right when she got shot, I guess. Let me just see what happened here.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh, jeez. See, that's like some video footage from right in the front of the car when she got shot. So that's video you probably... My goodness. I'll have to look at that again. I didn't see that front footage yet. Oh, there's so much going on, guys. I can't even get my head around half of this stuff. It's so happening so fast. This is just happening so fast. Things are just unraveling. They're burning mosques in Iran too. Did you see this? Look at this one. Well, that's a mosque. That is a mosque. If you didn't know. And this viral photo is not from Iran. It was taken in this parking lot in Richmond, Canada. So what does that mean? Okay. Okay, so this This is Tehran right now. Tonight, this is a video of Tehran. Let me put this one up here real quick. They're saying, how can anyone believe that Iran will survive this month, let alone 2026? That's crazy. So people are just yelling all over the place. This is from Mario Newfall. He's got a huge X channel or X account. This guy has probably 1 million subscribers or more. Now, he's got 2.7 million followers. 2.7 million. Let's see if he's got anything else to say on this. Okay, Iranian regime shooting in second largest city. This video is from Tabriz. This was 18 minutes ago. Second largest city and historic resistance hub shows protesters in the streets as gunfire from security forces echoes in the background. Protesters there are blocking roads with Molotov cocktails, chanting death to the oppressor, be it the Shah or the leader, and rejecting both monarchy and theocracy. Gunfire means the regime crossed from crowd control to lethal suppression, and Tabriz joining Tehran, Isfahan, and Shiraz signals this is spreading, not dying. Let's take a look at that video there. Yeah, I didn't hear gunfire, but it does look pretty chaotic. This one says, okay, so a Molotov cocktail was thrown at a government building. And it says that yeah, things are definitely getting out of control there. And I would suspect that there's a possibility that we could wake up tomorrow and Iran will have fallen. This was 1 hour ago. The Iranian regime can't contain the protesters. Okay, so I'm not sure what we're seeing there, but it doesn't look good, whatever it is. Let's see. It's kind of blurred out anyway, so you can't really see it. Let's see what else we got here. If there's anything else here that we should be looking at. Okay, so, oh no. Late night pizza. This is the pizza Doom, the Doom pizza reporting. What do they call it? Pentagon pizza. Signals that there's a crisis going on right now. With Iran on fire, nationwide protests, and total internet blackout, the timing couldn't be louder. The Pentagon pizza just triggered. Local Domino's have been slammed for Friday dinner, while bars stay quiet and upscale spots sit empty. That's because everybody's working in D.C. right now. And anytime that happens, they always get pizza, right? Look at that. A lot higher moments at this moment. This is not normal with the pizza. Popular times are usually in the green. Starlink versus Iran internet outage. Iran cut the internet on Thursday, plunging 90 million people into digital darkness as protests hit all 31 provinces. The regime even cut landlines in some areas, but then Starlink pushed through. Yeah, the Starlink. Okay, this is happening in the U.S. This is U.S. stuff here. I'm telling you guys, we are in the middle of end time chaos. Look at this one. This was a protesters. This was an hour ago. Protesters take partial control of Iran's biggest cities. Reports are now claiming that Iranian regime is losing control of its biggest cities. Security forces has reportedly retreated from major parts of Tehran, the capital, Mashhad, and the second largest city, and Khomeini's Shiraz in the south, Khomeini's hometown. Protesters are said to be holding key areas while forces fall back to isolated government buildings. This comes as the uprising spreads to over 100 cities across the country. Crowds are burning regime symbols and chanting for change. This is all just news within the last hour. I'm looking at stuff right now that I haven't even seen yet. Iran's Yards city center reportedly falls to protesters chanting "Long live the king." Yards, a historic central Iranian city, reportedly saw its downtown slip from regime control tonight. Massive crowds owning Aman Hassin Square and key streets chanting Javid Shah or Long Live the King in support of the exiled Reza Pahlavi. Lots of gunfire there. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I've been dead for 47 years. This woman said she's not afraid, not afraid. She's been dead for 47 years. She's talking about getting hit in the mouth with a projectile. She's basically standing up to the Iranian police, I guess. This is More 1,000 border agents are headed to Minneapolis in massive federal crackdown. This is DHS is preparing to send 1,000 additional Border Patrol agents to Minneapolis on top of the 2,000 federal agents that are already on the ground. Focuses is tightening around MSP Airport with Border Patrol. Jeez. This is what he's saying. Pray for Iran. The regime will fall, but it won't fall without a fight, likely a bloody one. Yeah, and you know what they're going to do is they're going to launch weapons onto Israel, and they're saying that they're at war with the U.S. and the Israelis. So if they just made that statement that they're at war with the U.S. and with the Israelis, and then you have China saying that they're going to back up Iran with whatever they need, even militarily, then we could be watching and witnessing the unfolding of a war right now between the U.S. and I don't know if China will directly jump in, but they're going to definitely facilitate help in some way. And if there's any kind of sleepers or asymmetrical type things that they've already set up, you know, I would just say if you're in a big city, you know, you keep your head on a swivel, understand what's going on in the world, and don't get caught in large crowds. Try to do all your shopping late at night, early in the morning. Don't be caught up in traffic if you're in a city. I'll just say that. Look at this. Somebody asked Trump about capturing Putin, and Trump said, I don't think capturing Putin will be necessary. This came up when Trump was asked directly whether he'd ever order a mission to capture Putin. I don't think it's going to be necessary. I've always had a great relationship with Putin. Oh, that's a great. I'm very disappointed. I settled 8 wars. Why does he always have to bring up all of the... It's like he has a script. He has to read it every single time he says something. I settled 8 wars. I hate Biden. Biden just really destroyed our country. Our economy was great until... If this wouldn't have happened, this war would have never happened. How many times you got to say that? I thought this would be the middle of the pack, or maybe one of the easier ones. He's talking about Putin. Last month, they lost 31,000 people, many of them Russian soldiers, and the Russian economy is doing poorly. That's exactly right there. What do you mean they're not organized? They're definitely being facilitated, that's for sure. These are Iranians fighting for their country, for a better future, and foreign intelligence may play a covert role to support the protesters. Yeah, that's true. That's what I think is happening. U.S. tankers are headed towards the Persian Gulf. Why? Everyone's screaming World War III because the U.S. tankers and the C-17 military transport aircraft are headed to the Persian Gulf. But what is actually going on? What we're seeing is deterrence posturing from the U.S., the military equipment. I don't know. I think that they're headed over there because of what's going on with Iran. And I think Iran's going to launch an attack on Israel. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that if they're going to lose power, they're going to launch an attack. And it may be giving the go-ahead to just do whatever, start World War III. You know, whatever agents they have spread out all over the world, whatever proxies, they're probably just going to say, give the word. If their country is falling, they are probably going to do something crazy. Because that's in their religious doctrines anyway. They believe that they're going to usher in, the Iranians believe this, the Shia Muslim belief system about the end times is that they believe they're going to usher in their Messiah or their Mahdi by creating this global chaos that they will be the agents of bringing that about. They believe that they're going to play an integral part in ushering in their Messiah or their Mahdi, and that it's going to come about by a massive war that they participate in. That's what they believe. So they might try to be here fulfilling their prophecies here. They might believe this is the moment to bring that 12th imam in, or whatever they call it. This is deterrence until someone can confirm it's not. Well, I would say it's probably not, because they're going in the direction of Iran right now. And Trump did say that we would intervene if any Iranian protesters got killed. And so far, there's been at least 217, and I'm sure there's a lot more. All right, there's something else I'm supposed to look at here. Let's see, wifey just sent me something here. Let me see what it is. Listen to what Steve Bannon said. Steve Bannon said, Trump will have a third term. Trump is an instrument of divine will and will be president in 2028. The people on the left are going to go nuts.
The ICE
At 5 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes. Let's just see what they said at 5 minutes.
It's not a serious argument here. We talked about this.
No, we're dealing with
yesterday.
fascists.
I mean, there's the fascists, there's the religious evangelical base that has basically transplanted also Trump into this godlike role, and they see his ICE agents as executing his will, and that this is against the political enemies that they've always opposed. And so this is not something that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said, it's left, right, good versus evil, white hats, black hats. And when you really get down to really what it is the deception of the latter day. Because it says there's many going to come in my name. They're going to be saying, I am the Christ. They're going to be saying all the right things. They're going to be having a semblance of light, but they're really masquerading as angels of darkness. They come as sheep in wolf's clothing. They're going to have all kinds of nice things to say. They might even be moral, upstanding religious leaders, but they're going to be promoting an agenda that is demonic. And it says, be careful in those last days, because this is the way it's going to snap on the whole world like a trap. It says, be careful, because that day is going to come upon the whole world like a trap. And we don't want to be caught in that trap. And I'll tell you what, this whole idea of the left and the right, the heads and the tails on the same coin, the good cop, the bad cop, it's all part of the same agenda. And they're all kind of working together, whether they know it or not. They might be compartmentalized, but the powers that be are the ones that are manipulating everything else from the top. And they're being manipulated as well. People in government are they're corruption. They're being manipulated even though they are corrupt. They're doing the agenda and the bidding of the powers above. The whole game is being played. It's like a big chess game. And the chess pieces don't know. They're just pieces. They're just playing their part. And they can be sacrificed at any moment, at any time. So understand the big game, the big picture. So if you're a person on the right or you're a person on the left, you're being played. You're being played, and you don't even know it. So start looking at the big picture, and that's where you get the mind and the heart of God. You have to be able to see historically, past, present, future. This is what prophecy is all about as well, because that's a future look. but have a historical look too. Be able to understand what you're looking at when you look back in history. Don't get this revisionist, propagandized, hopium. That's just a bunch of lies. It's got truth in it. I'm not saying there's not some truth in it. Many times the lie has got to be baited, with a lot of truth. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to appeal to your sentiments, to your ideas, your ideals, your religious beliefs. They're going to appeal to that. But really, there's another agenda at stake. That's what you got to really look through the forest, through the trees. You got to be able to see. Just a friendly, bigger picture kind of look for all of you out there that might be thinking that, this is about left and right. It's not. So, but anyways. All right, well, I think I'm going to cut it off right now. If there's anything else that happens, I will let you guys know. I'll send you guys an alert. And I probably won't go live, but I'll just update on Telegram for right now. But if something bigger does happen, you definitely will get an alert, and we'll go live with it or something, if it's something huge. But this is still pretty big. I think we might be seeing Iran falling right now. And something could be afoot with our military going over there. So stay tuned. If anything does big hit the fan, you will get a push notification on your phone. So make sure you got the app set up. In the meantime, God bless. I love you all. In Jesus' name, we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, Robert here. Just wanted to let you know that the new BP News app is now available for download at the Apple and Android stores. Don't miss out on important news. If you want to stay informed in this high-paced world, we created this app just for you. The BP News channel cuts through the noise and delivers the news that you care about exactly when it happens. Instant alerts, right directly sent to your phone in push notification so that you know what's happening in your world. 5-star rated. Join the BP News app now. Don't get left behind. Stop waiting for the news and get alerted.